Hi guys! Again, welcome to my YouTube channel. That is Math with Teens. Our topic for today is all about theorems on rectangle, rhombus, and square, the continuation of quadrilaterals. Theorems on rectangle, rhombus, and square. So first, let us describe each of the following. So number 1, a rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides. A rectangle is a parallelogram with 4 right angles. A square is a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. Okay, so theorems on rectangle, rhombus, and square. So theorem means a statement that needs to be proven before being accepted. So before we going to use or to apply the theorem, we need to be proved. So guys, yung ating proving is in your module. Makikita nyo sa module natin, nandun yung mga proving ng mga theorems natin. So this video lesson is only for the application. Okay, so what is the theorem number 1? Theorem number 1, if a parallelogram has a right angle, then it has 4 right angles and the parallelogram is a rectangle. So look at this figure. In this parallelogram HOPE, so we have diagonal segment HP and segment EO. So we have the angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, and angle 5. So theorem 1, it is said if you have a 1 right angle, then it has a 4 right angles. So we have 1, 2. Okay, wait. This is the pointer. Wait. So we have the angle 1, the angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4 every corner. So we have 4 right angles. So this parallelogram now is a rectangle. So on this figure, we have angle OHP. In angle OHP, this is angle OHP. So meaning angle OHP have 40 degrees. If we have 40 degrees, we need to get the measure of the following angles. So first, what is the angle 1? So angle 1 is equal to 50 degrees. Why is it 50? Because this angle, this whole angle is equal to 90. So that 90 minus 40 is equal to 50 degrees. Okay. Letter B. Angle 2. So what is the measure of angle 2? So angle 2 is also 50 degrees. Why? Because angle 1 and angle 2 is congruent. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2 because based on the isosceles triangle theorem. So did you remember the isosceles triangle theorem? In isosceles, you have two equal sides on a triangle so that you have the two congruent base angles. So that is the isosceles triangle theorem. Angle 3. So angle 3 is 80 degrees. Why? Because angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degrees. This is a triangle. Look at the figure. This will become a triangle. So the sum of the measure of the angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. So angle 1 is 50 and angle 2 is 50 also. So 50 plus 50 is 100. So 180 minus 100 is 80 degrees. So that our angle 3 is 80 degrees. So what is angle 4? So angle 4 is 40 degrees. Why? Because we have alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angle to 40 degrees. If this is 40 degrees, if you have the alternate interior, it is congruent. So this is also 40 degrees. And letter E, what is the angle 5? This is 80 degrees because vertical to angle 3 or vertical angle theorem. The vertical angle is always congruent. So that is 80 degrees. Okay guys, do you have any question in theorem 1? Okay, so if you don't have any question, let us proceed to our theorem 2. Okay, on theorem 2, it is said that the diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. So on this parallelogram or in this rectangle, PART or rectangle part, so we have same figure, diagonals. Segment PR and segment TA are the diagonals. So we have the angle 1, the angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, and angle 5. So our given, number 1, if PT, so this is PT. So PT is equal to 8 centimeters. What is the length of AR? So the length of AR is 8 centimeters also. Why? Because opposite sides are congruent. So we have the reason. Number 2, if PR, if the diagonal PR is equal to 14 centimeters, what is the length of another diagonal TA or segment TA? So the answer is our segment TA or TA is equal to 14 centimeters also. Because it is said in our theorem, diagonals are congruent. Okay, number 3. If PR, so diagonal again, if PR is equal to 5x minus 31, and segment TA or TA, diagonal TA is equal to 2x plus 11, find the length of the diagonals of rectangle part. Okay, let's proceed. So on this figure, so same figure, rectangle part. So we have angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5. So diagonals are congruent. We use this theorem to answer to find the length of the diagonals. So PR is equal to TA. Now, diagonal PR and the diagonal TA are congruent, so they are equal. So the given of PR is 5x minus 31. Then diagonal TA is 2x plus 11. So we need to equate. So we need to use the addition or subtraction property of equality. So we have 5x minus 2x because you have to transpose this. So if you transpose, change the sign. So 5x minus 2x, and also yung minus 31 or negative 31, when we transpose, it becomes positive 31. So we have 11 plus 31. Then we combine 5x minus 2x is equal to 3x. Then 11 plus 31 is equal to 42. So what's the value of x? So if we divide it into 3, our x now is 14. So after that, we are going to substitute 14 into the variable x. So we use PR is equal to TA again. So 5x minus 31 is the PR and 2x plus 11 is the TA. So substitute 14 into x. So we have 5 times 14 minus 31 is equal to 2 times 14 plus 11. So 5 times 14 is 70 minus 31 is equal to 28 plus 11. So 70 minus 31 is 39 is equal to 28 plus 11 is also 39. So they are congruent because diagonals are congruent. So each diagonal has length of 39 units. So this is the answer for number 3. Okay, so we are now in theorem number 3. So the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. So this figure is a rhombus, rhombus A and D, Y. So rhombus and D with diagonals AD, segment AD and segment YN. Intersect at O. So we have angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3. So for this, if we have, if angle 2, so this angle 2 is equal to 50 degrees. So the measure of angle 2 is 50. So what will be the measure of angle 3? So this is 50 and what will be the measure of angle 3? So angle 1, the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to 180. So the measure of angle 1 is 90. Why? Because if we have two diagonals in a rhombus, they are formed perpendicular. So when we say perpendicular, we have 90 degrees. So that angle 1 is 90. Plus the measure of angle 2 is 50. plus the measure plus the angle 3 is equal to 180. And then the measure of angle 3 is equal to 180. Then when we combine 90 and 50, it is equal to 140. So that measure of angle 3 is equal to 180 minus 140. And measure of angle 3 now is 40 degrees. Or it's simply angle 3 is equal to 40 degrees. That is the theorem number 3. Okay, so what is the theorem number 4? So each diagonals of a rhombus bisect opposite angles. So we have the diagonals again of a rhombus. It said bisect opposite angles. So this is the angles. Opposite angles, so this is the angle and this is the angle opposite. So these are bisected. So when we say bisected, this is divided into two equal parts. So meaning if this is 50, it also 50. Okay? So let's apply now. So we have the rhombus and D again, A and DY. We have intersect at A, then angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, and the given is 58 degrees in this angle. So find the measures of the numbered angles in rhombus and D. So we need to find the measure of angle 1 to 4, and our given is 58 degrees. So what is the measure of angle 1? So measure of angle 1 is 90 because diagonals are diagonals perpendicular to each other. So when we have perpendicular, we're having right angle, and that is 90 degrees. So what is the measure of angle 2? This is angle 2. So angle 2 is 58. Why? Because alternate interior angles theorem. So angle 2, the alternate is 58 degrees, so they are congruent. So meaning 58 degrees, so angle 2 is also 58. So measure of angle 3, so the measure of angle 3 is also 58. Why? Because diagonals bisect opposite angles. When we bisect, they are congruent. Angle 2 and angle 3, they are congruent. So this is also 58, or angle 3 is 58 degrees. Then what is angle 4? So angle 4 is angle 1 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degrees. So we have 90. So this is 90, angle 1. Angle 3 is 58 plus angle 4 is equal to 180. So measure of angle 4 is 180. So this is 180. Then combine 90 plus 58 is 148. We subtract from 180. So 180 minus 148. Our angle 4 is 32. So the measure of angle 4 is 32. Okay, on a given, same given rhombus. So given rhombus square. Look at this. So we have rhombus AR EC, or we just simply say rhombus square CARE with AC. The given AC, this side is 2y plus 3, and the given CE is equal to 5y minus 6. Find the value of y. So we need to get the value of y and the length of each side of the rhombus. So in this diagonal, we have diagonal AE and diagonal CR. So because of the four congruent side, means segment AC and the segment CE is congruent. So they are equal or they are congruent. So write the given AC. So AC is 2y plus 3. Okay, and segment CE or the given CE is 5y minus 6. So we need to change the position to avoid the confusing in negative sign. So we need to write 5y minus 6 on the left side and 2y plus 3 on the right side. And we use here is the subtraction property to eliminate 2y and addition property to eliminate 6, or simply transpose. So 5y, so change the sign of 2y, become negative 2y, and change the signs of negative 6, become positive 6 on the right side. So 5y minus 2y is equal to 3 plus 6. Then 3y is equal to 9. So divided by into 3, then our y is 3. So we need to get the measure. So let us substitute the value of y into 3. So AC is equal to CE. Write the given. 2y plus 3 is equal to 5y minus 6. Then substitute the value of y. So y is 3. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 3. Then 5 times 3 is 15 minus 6. 6 plus 3 is 9 and 15 minus 6 is also 9. So the segment AC or the side AC is equal to 9 units and also the side CE is equal to 9 units also. And that's the measure of the sides of the rhombus. Okay, the next is the square is the most special parallelogram because all the properties of parallelogram and the theorems on rectangles and rhombuses are true to all squares. Okay, on this square, so we have FLAM. The name of the square is plum, and the diagonals FA and diagonal FA and ML intersect at E. So we have angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, and angle 5. So let us answer the following question. If FA, so this is FA, diagonal, is 15 inches. So if this is 15 inches, what is the measure of ML? So diagonal ML, so diagonal of the square are congruent so that our ML is 15 inches also. Again, diagonals are congruent. Number 2, if FE is equal to 8.5, the segment FE, what is the measure of AE? So measure of AE is 8.5 inches also because diagonals bisect each other. Number 3, if ML is 16 inches, what is the measure of FE? So the half of the other diagonal. What is the other half of the diagonal? So FE is 8. Why is it 8? Because ML is 16. FA is also 16. Then divided by 2 and that is 8 inches. So because diagonals are congruent and diagonal bisect each other. Okay, on this part, so we have the square FLAM with the diagonals intersect at E. So we have angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3. Also angle 4 and angle 5. So the continuation is number 4. If the measure of angle 2 is 45, what is the measure of angle FLA? And that is 90 degrees because this square we have 4 right angles. So this angle is 90 degrees. What is the measure of angle 3? So what will be the measure of angle 3? So measure of angle 3 is 90 because diagonals are perpendicular. So square, the diagonal of the square is also form perpendicular and that is 90 degrees. Okay, on this part, number 6, given square, MATH intersect at O, we have angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, and angle 5. With HT is equal to 8x minus 13. And segment AT or side AT is equal to 7x plus 11. Find the value of x and the length of HT and AT. Because we have 4 congruent sides, so these two sides are congruent. So HT is 8x minus 13 and AT is 7x plus 11. So we need to equate and we need to combine same elements. So 8x minus 7x because 7x here is positive. When we transpose become negative and negative 13 become positive on the right side. So 8x minus 7x is equal to x and 11 plus 13 is equal to 24. So to get the measure, so we need to substitute the value of x and that is 24 in 8x minus 13 is equal to 7x plus 11. So we have 8 times 24, okay, minus 13 is equal to 7 times 24 plus 11. 8 times 24 is 192 minus 13 and 7 times 24 is 168 plus 11. So 192 minus 13 is 179 and 168 plus 11 is also 179. So side HT is equal to 179 units and the side AT is equal to 179 units. So they are congruent. So if you don't have any questions, so this is the end of our topic on theorems on rectangle, rhombus, and square. So if you have any question, just comment on the box. So thank you for watching and God bless.